Yeah, I think it's been a good season. And it could get even better. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to potentially the last episode in charge of Liverpool. I've said that for 2 years now. Maybe this will be actually true this time. It's the end of the season. The season is done. We obviously already won the Premier League last time out. It's award time. We'll go through these in a minute. But then, of course, we have got the FA Cup final against Chelsea. We already knew that. And because we can't not win, although we have actually drawn our last 3 matches, but we can't not win, we will be in the Champions League final as well against Manchester United. It's a Northwest derby. I mean, we're going all the way to Hungary for it, but it's going to be a big occasion. So those both to look forward to later on. Let's wrap up the season then. We got past Barcelona. It was relatively narrow. We won 1-0 at Anfield. We drew 1-1 at the new camp to go through a 3-0 win against Watford in between. And then we drew with Manchester City. We drew with Southampton in the final Premier League table. Of course, we already were champions, but we finished on 98 points, so we don't equal Manchester City's record. We could have broken it if we'd won those last 2 games. We could have broken Man City's points record that still stands from their season in real life. But Chelsea finished second, United third, Tottenham fourth, City finishing fifth. No Champions League football for them. Ben Watson has been sacked for that one. Arsenal finishing sixth. Blackburn will presumably end up in the Euro Cup 2, I'd reckon, depending on how things go, which is great for them. Fulham, Barnsley and Reading all drop down to the Championship. Now let's look at these awards. Marcus Dewhurst has broken the clean sheet record previously set 3 years ago by a certain Alisson, so well done Marcus, fully deserved. Player of the season is James Fraser. This is in the Vanarama National League. He's on loan from us apparently. I don't remember, but he looks pretty good. So he's torn up the Vanarama National. Anyway, this is what we're really interested in. Top goal scorer is Colin Nicholson, 22 goals for Colin. I mean, it goes with his Ballon d'Or. Richard gets the Young Player of the Year award, fully deserved. We've won goal of the season as well. He has won goal of the season. I remember this one. It was pretty good. Let's have a look at it. Right, here we go. Nicholson picked it up, laid it after Richard. He had it in our own half, and he just kept on going, and then did that. It was pretty good. I mean, I don't know. I think we did actually saw some that were better. Obviously, that's saying the Premier League. Rayan Cherki scored a goal in the FA Cup that was basically a carbon copy of that classic Ryan Giggs one. That would have been good. Obviously, that wouldn't be eligible for this one. Anyway, Dewhurst obviously wins Golden Glove. That's very predictable given what we've already seen. Manager of the Year again goes to us. I would have given it to Dean Smith, actually, to be honest. When you consider that we won it for finishing 7th with Leicester, and he's done the same thing as us when we did that. But obviously we've also done really well with Liverpool, so good. Not as the points we got last season for going unbeaten is interesting. We've won way more games this year, but because we have lost games, we don't get as many points, which is quite interesting. But anyway, Manager of the Year goes to us. Team of the Year, Dewhurst, Ulrich, Lefebvre, Voucher, Alexander-Arnold, Vujovic and Salvador, and Nicholson as well, all in there. And that is very good indeed. Now, yes, FA Cup final up next in 5 days' time, then the Champions League, but we're of course looking at jobs. Now, Man City's available, we're not going there. Valencia's available. We look at the old job security, and we find that there's one job that's precarious. It is Juventus, or Zebra, who are finished in 4th in Serie A. Well, it's not quite done yet. They might end up getting knocked out of the Champions League spaces. Well, they can't finish higher than 4th. Anyway, but they are presumably going to be available. Zidane is probably going to be sacked in a few days' time. My concern with that is that obviously, I mean, there's nothing against us managing them, but I might have to just turn that part of the real name fix off. Anyway, worry about that if indeed it happens, and they're not my priority, depending on how things go. Dortmund potentially available as well, but you'll notice, where's Jurgen Klopp? Well, he's now stable. He's stable, not quite secure, but stable. Despite the fact that he's finished in second, he's managed to get them in second, but they've not won the league. They've been knocked out of the Champions League. They've not won the DFB Pokal. He was insecure. Now he's suddenly fine, and I don't really know why they decided to give him a stay of execution. His contract is up at the end of the season. Has he signed an extension? He's not yet signed an extension, so they might choose to just get rid of him anyway. He might retire, and of course we've got the World Cup, so he could just become Germany manager, because he's not been Germany manager, and we know in real life that's something that Jurgen definitely will want to do at some point. And so, first of all, the FA Cup final against Chelsea, one of, I want to say, 5 teams that have beaten us in the last 2 years. Yeah, they beat us in the league and Newcastle. We lost the Community Shield to Man United, the League Cup final last year to Man City, and then we lost the first leg of that Champions League game last year to Borussia Monchengladbach. So that is it. That is it. 5 teams have beaten us in the last 5 years, and we have to get past both of them if we want to win the FA Cup and the Champions League. It's fair to say Thomas Tuchel has performed miracles at the Bridge this season, finishing second, having finished 12th the year before. But can we deny him silverware? Can we get a full clean sweep of domestic trophies, the League, the League Cup and the Community Shield already in the bag, the FA Cup still to go? We have won this 3 times with Liverpool. Can we make it 4? The team for this one, of course, fully fit, raring to go. Marcus Dewhurst in goal, a record-breaking goalkeeper. Alexander Ulrich is going to be at left back. Pierre Faucher and Julien Lefebvre, the defensive partnership, the starting defensive partnership for us, and may well be for France at the World Cup as well. Lefebvre has developed very nicely this season. Trent Alexander-Arnold on the right-hand side, of course. Frankie de Jong, Miguel Salvador and Lucas Paqueta in midfield. Jordan Richard on the left. Marko Vujovic on the right, and Colin Nicholson, who will be leading Scotland at the World Cup. It's going to be interesting to see how they get on up front, of course, for us. They are absolute legends. 2 more games for us. Can we get over the line and win, get more silverware and more honour? Right, Chelsea, a team full of threats. Philip Vincent-Day he's very good, nearly signed him at one point on the right-hand side, or considered to anyway. He was never really in there. Of course, a stalwart of our French national side. Reece James is still there, an absolute legend in the Chelsea challenge save, undoubtedly the best player for us, looks insanely good. Nicolas, of course, Christophe Nicolas, alongside both key men for France. For us, Morata is going to be part of our Brazil squad at the World Cup, and up front they have got Julen Aguado. He's decent. He says he's world class. He looks pretty good. Their main man Panarenka though is injured, so not their ideal lineup, but I expect nothing but a win from this. We're very good at winning in finals, apart from the League Cup last year and the Community Shield, and internationally because we lost the Euro final and the Olympics, and the Club World Cup. Anyway, let's just make sure it's actually the correct speed. I always forget to do that, and we will go. Frankie de Jong is away. It's a pretty poor ball by his standard, but it's found Jordan Richard, who cuts inside, and Colin Nicholson is there for his 33rd goal this season. You'd expect nothing less from the Ballon d'Or winner. Colin is an absolute goal-scoring machine. Reece James with a very poor clearing header. We bigged him up before the game. He's not fulfilled what I thought of him. Richard puts the ball across. Nicholson sliding in underneath the defender, and we've got the lead at Wembley again. Marcus Dewhurst playing it out from the back. Can we get a second here? Chelsea were a little bit stunned from that early goal. Dodgy ball at the back there. Very dodgy indeed. Chelsea coming forwards. Aouar to Vincent-Day on the right hand side. Ulrich's trying to get there. He can't. Well, we managed to get it. It was Richard, not Ulrich, and Richard is away. Ball in again. Nicholson, Vujovic, neither. And at half time, we are winning, although not the stats battle. We've got the actual goal, but they have got the most shots on target, but not exactly much in it, and not exactly prolific from either side. At time draining away once again. First highlight of the second half though is us coming forwards. De Jong, Salvador, out to Marko Vujovic, who puts the ball across, and Jordan Richard with a knockdown from Colin Nicholson puts it away, and we have got one hand on the FA Cup that we have won for the last 2 seasons anyway, and this would be our 4th one. I mean, pretty ridiculous really. Richard is a good finish, kind of helped in by Jones there, and it is looking good. Is this a chance for number 3, De Jong, Lefebvre exchanging the ball? We managed to retain it. Chelsea have they've been in this game for sure, as they've been in the title race, but is our a bit more quality going to show through when it comes down to it in the end. We're still working the ball very precariously. This is they're ripe here for a counter attack. We're being quite silly with this. Anyway, Ulrich pressing forwards. He's beaten quite a few players. Richard puts a ball in, puts another ball in, and Vujovic does not complete the set of goal scorers. I mean, you think about substitutions, because we've always got the Champions League final. It will be a week away, but we're going to take Vujovic off, and I think I'm going to take Salvador off as well, because they're both quite declining in terms of fitness. And then with not long left, we're going to take off Richard, because he does enjoy getting injured, doesn't he? And we are going to switch the camera to director. We saw the League. Are we about to see the FA Cup as well? I think we are. Time is going away. We've not had the best of the play, really, but we've got the best of the goals and the result. And at Wembley, we reign triumphant again. It's the same trophy model as the Premier League, even though it shouldn't actually be. But anyway, Chelsea 0, Liverpool 2, and we have won. I don't even know how many trophies we've won at this point. I think that's 16. 16. I mean, admittedly, some of them are the Community Shield, but it's ridiculous. It really is. We're just going somewhere else and trying to beat this team is just going to be nuts. Anyway, FA Cup in the bag. Colin was apparently on a goal drought there. How long was he not scoring? 11 hours without a goal. Well, it's a good time to do it, mate. It's a good time to do it. Medals for everyone. We are is that the #1 English manager? Yep, there we go. We are now the most successful English manager in history. Take that, Bob Paisley. Take that, Brian Clough. Well, we certainly backed it up with the titles, haven't we? In terms of the actual nation, though, we're only 5th, and this may well be the final season we have in England, certainly for a while. We could maybe come back to Liverpool or maybe someone else down the line, who knows. But we've pretty much completed England as far as it can go. Yeah, 5th place there. Good, well done, very, very good. Not as many as Bob Paisley, not as many as Wenger, George Ramsey, or of course Alex Ferguson, who would take a long time to get better than Alex Ferguson. We're nearly there for cups, but yeah, the amount of Premier Leagues he won is obviously pretty ridiculous. So yeah, we're not going to be staying for that. Worldwide, how are we doing? Up to 7th place. We still got the Champions League to go, of course, but up to 7th place. We're above Thomas Tuchel now. Take that, Thomas. Behind only Carlo Ancelotti, Jose Mourinho. I mean, they've been adding to their trophy hauls as we've been going along. Ancelotti has been at Arsenal. Jose Mourinho has been at Ajax and just won loads of stuff for Ajax, which is fantastic. Fernando Hierro, he's up to 4th because of the utter insanity that he's been undergoing at Real Madrid. 7 La Ligas for him. He's won 4 Champions Leagues because they've won the Champions League pretty much every year recently that we haven't won it. Yeah, I mean, he's been in charge for ages, and he's won all of these. So he's doing very well. Fernando Hierro, very well. And then Marcelo Gallardo, who was Tottenham manager, because of his massive success at River Plate, is also up there. And then, of course, Pep, who he's just doing very well. He's in charge of Inter Milan still. He needs to go to France, really. He's desperate for the PSG job too. And then, of course, Alex Ferguson. You might have heard of him. Well, let's try and win the Champions League, see if we can add to it. But anyway, thrilling stuff, really good. What can you say other than I'll see you in 7 days' time to play Man United? Right, well, I've just done my World Cup squad. We'll talk about that next time. Maurizio Sarri has been sacked by Borussia Dortmund, but Klopp remains. He's still in charge. I mean, Dortmund is tempting, definitely tempting, but it's just not quite at the same level as Bayern Munich. I don't understand why he's not being sacked. I really don't understand why the Barcelona manager's not been sacked. They've not won the league for 5 years, and he's just still clinging on. But yeah, the final World Cup squad's been named, and we have got 18 players going to the tournament, which is pretty crazy. Okay, just before the Champions League finals, Zinedine Zidane has indeed been relieved of his duties. It looks like he resigned rather than being sacked, but Zebra Juventus are available as well. I mean, that is probably the most tempting one, for sure. They've definitely been on a decline. There's a chance for us to sort of rebuild them from their poor fortune. I'm going to keep my eye on it. I'm not going to, I'm not going to fully go for that one because I do think that, given the World Cup, it probably is sensible to wait. But let's play this first. Northwest derby, Manchester United, really the most fierce rivals for us. They weren't really competing with us in the league this year too much. It was mostly Chelsea. They're pretty much the fiercest rivals, aren't they? I mean, I think I read a poll that said that Liverpool fans generally consider them to be, they hate them more than they hate Everton. So, I mean, let's go out there and see what we can do. We are, of course, the holders of the Champions League. We've won the Champions League twice with Liverpool, and it's pretty much the same lineup as the one last year. In fact, apart from injuries, I think it probably is exactly the same lineup. Well, Rafinha played then because Ulrich was injured, of course, and Richard was, of course, injured as well, so Vignato started on the left-hand side. But apart from that, it is the same lineup, and it is the lineup that would have started last year had it not been for injuries. So a chance for them all to go out there and see what they can do against Manchester United. And we'll keep it on 3D. We'll need to slow it down in a minute. But the Man United team, we've encountered many of these players before. They've got lots of threats. Ansu Fati, of course, Serrano, players who are part of our French national side like Mejbri as well. It's not going to be easy, and we are at some sort of, it looks like a cauldron of football here in Hungary at the Ferenc Puskás Arena. I expect nothing but a win. That's what I always say, and it usually seems to work. And we'll watch the full walkout. We'll have to then slow it down because it's going to be Champions League themes playing. You know, I'm not going to sing it, but you know, everyone's excited. Right? Let's make sure we'll slow it down to there. That should be all right, and then let's go for what is. And I said this last year, and I said it the year before, but potentially our final game in charge of Liverpool. Maybe nothing happening in the first 20 minutes of the game. Not a single thing. Here we go. Here's a highlight. It's Man United. Serrano puts a free kick in. Grayson heads over. Plazzari playing the ball out from the back. We've seen two highlights and they've both been Manchester United. Dotti forward to Flint. Driving on. Is this a step too far for us? Adam Flint to Ansu Fati. Back to Santa Maria. Lopez getting some space. We're not really making any attempt to get this down. We blocked it. Foucher's blocked it. Come back to Fati though. Lopez puts the ball in, and it's a big save from Dewhurst, tipping it over. Well, I thought he saved it. It just went over because it was a goal kick. So I'm not used to this. Unless there's the dots, I don't know what's happening. Serrano, free kick. Man United still in the ascendancy. That was a save. Again, no, it's not. It's a goal kick. Dewhurst is just jumping. Good preventative goalkeeping. Half time, it's 0-0. We have seen absolutely nothing from us, so I'm going to get shouty with them because literally we put it on 3D as a special treat. They're not doing anything. It's Man United again. Lopez, Santa Maria. They're hungry for this one. They're desperate for this one. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, of course, still in charge. He wants to emulate his former manager, Sir Alex Ferguson, by winning the Champions League. I mean, I've already won two. Colin Nicholson pressing forwards on Plazzari. The pressure has told. We've got the ball. Marko Vujovic scampering away. He's cut inside. He goes for the shot. Nicholson completely misses the ball. And the chance ends. Well, it doesn't end. It ends for us. And well, it does end for Man United as well. I think a change might be needed. Colin, that miss clearly getting to him. No one doing well at all. We're making some changes. Sinchek is going to come on for Colin Nicholson, and then Vujovic may be off, and we'll bring on Vignato. I think we'll leave this for now. Sinchek on, see if that can do something. I don't want to go attacking necessarily, but I want to see more. I want to demand more. I can't demand more. We've already demanded too much more. There we go, demanding more. It's going to go to extra time. I feel nothing at all. We've seen one highlight from us. Here we go. It's Man United again. Dotti. Santa Maria, and they definitely look like they probably deserve it more. We're chasing the ball down, trying to get it back. We've not had, the only highlight we've had was when we sort of forced a mistake and won the ball back. We haven't really done anything else the rest of the time. Salvador makes a tackle, and we do finally have the ball. Sinchek back to Trent. Lucas Paqueta celebrating his place in the World Cup squad by passing backwards to De Jong. There's space for Vujovic though. Vujovic to Trent. Can he whip a cross in? He goes short for Vujovic, who takes the shot on, and that is why we left him out there, because he can do stuff like that. And well, Marko Vujovic gives us the goal that gives us a frankly undeserved lead. We're going to see it again. See, this is the problem, because the replay, we should have a 2D replay really, see what it would look like there. But Vujovic, good finish from him, and we have got the lead with less than 10 minutes to go. Do we make any more changes, or do we sort of save it in case they equalise? I'm going to save it. Richard on the corner. He's doing the two hands up, or is he just waving at the crowd? He puts the ball in. It's cleared. Only as far as Frankie de Jong though. Back to Vujovic, and that should have been 2-0. Well, time's going away here. We're not making any more subs because I don't think we need them. And yep, there we go. We've won the Champions League. Again, we did not deserve it at all. They were much the better side. We seem to be wearing some sort of, looks like we're wearing some sort of kit sponsored by Deliveroo there. That's like the Deliveroo lineup thing. Anyway, we've won the Champions League again. This is ridiculous. 16 trophies at Liverpool. Why do I want to leave? Why do I want to leave? I don't know. I mean, this is the thing. This is why I don't really want to go to Juventus or Borussia Dortmund. I said it in the previous episode, but like, logically, if I've won the Champions League 3 times, I've won the Premier League 3 times. Why would I leave this team to go to a Juventus side who've just finished 4th in Serie A? I mean, for the project, for the excitement, maybe down the line, but right now there's no logical reason. If we are applying logic to this, there's no logical reason for me to leave Liverpool unless I'm going to Real Madrid, because they're the only team being on the same level as us, or Bayern Munich or PSG, because they're pretty much, well, not guaranteed as Bayern Munich have proved, but in a very strong position to win their domestic titles. Inter Milan as well, similar thing. And then Barcelona, because while they're not anywhere near as strong as Real Madrid are at the moment, are still, they have the full on history of it. Now obviously Juventus do as well, but they are clearly not the strongest team. There's clearly both Milan clubs and Napoli are clearly better than them, and it's one thing to try and beat one team, but to try and get past 3 teams is a bit more difficult. The Juventus one is definitely a big thing. The main reason against it is that they don't have the license for it. So even though I've made them be called Juventus because of the real names fixed and all that sort of stuff, I don't really want as the main side in the series to be them, because so we'll think about that. But we'll go forwards a little bit just to see if anything else happens, and then we will be back for the World Cup, and then we will, I think, just have to wait and see what happens with the jobs market after the World Cup. But there we go, we've won a quintuple. Because we didn't win the Community Shield, did we? So it's not 6. We did not win the Community Shield. I said we'd have the full clean sweep of domestic titles. We didn't win the Community Shield. We lost the Community Shield. We only won the Super Cup. But it's a domestic treble and the quadruple as well. With the Champions League, we've pretty much done it all. There's not really anything else we can do here. Right, now I am a bit concerned. This is one of the other reasons I don't want to stay, is money's not good. I mean, the board shouldn't really have spent 170 million. There keeps being talks about takeovers, so they might have to sell the club again, which would be funny. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has surprised some pundits by graciously admitting that we fully deserved our late goal. I don't think we did, Ollie. I mean, thank you, but I don't think we did. I think we robbed you. End of season awards. Miguel Salvador gets Player of the Year. It just seems quite random, really, at this point. Could have been anyone. Richard obviously gets Goal of the Season, Young Player of the Year, and Cherky gets Signing of the Season. We only made 2 signings, and Lafont didn't really play that much, so he should have won it anyway, fully deserved anyway. Yeah. Remember when we won the Champions League the first time, and we kind of had to, because otherwise we would have been sacked? Since then, it's just been... I mean, imagine if we had been sacked. Imagine if we'd lost to Real Madrid and got sacked. That would have been ridiculous. John Henry is meeting us for the club vision and expectation, despite the fact that he sold the club, that's difficult. Anyway, we'll just accept that and be on our way. Team meeting's very easy because we want to win the league next year. Whether it will be us here or not, I don't know. Barcelona want to have Salvador. They just no. Stop trying to sign my players. If you're not going to hire me as your manager, you're not having my players. PSG, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern Munich. I will gladly give you all of my great players if you appoint me as manager as well, please. Do that, and then you can have them. Otherwise, no. Colin Nicholson, top shirt seller. I mean, we've made 52 million from shirt sales. That's probably the highest I've ever had anywhere. 1.3 million shirts have been sold, which is brilliant. They're loving Colin. It's not just in Scotland. And I was holding on for the best player in Europe award, which is an achievement for which I don't have. I've never got that one. Will we ever get closer? Kylian Mbappe wins that one. Colin has to settle for second. He's the best player in the world, but he's not the best player in Europe. I mean, figure that one out. Anyway, nowhere else has become available at this time. We will have to wait and see what happens with them all, but we will be back next time for the World Cup. Brazil, of course, the team we are now hoping to win the tournament with. It's been a while since they've done it, but not since 2002. So, yeah, should be interesting. We have got in our group, it's not even come up yet. That's fun. Our group is going to be Angola and Switzerland, so you'd expect us to get out of that. The expectation from the Brazilian FA is that we reach the final. So, considering I took this job because I wanted to win the Copa America, unfortunately we've got to get through the World Cup first without being sacked. And yeah, I mean, if we do get sacked, then we just have to hope that we get the Argentina job instead, which I'm sure will go down well in South America. But we will see what happens next time. Probably 2 episodes like we did with the last World Cup. I know we did the Euros all in one. That was just kind of a confusing time. So we will do the World Cup split into 2, I think. But anyway, that's for next time. Leave a like if you enjoyed our frankly absurd success at Liverpool. Will it continue? Who knows? Make sure you subscribe to find out what happens next, and I will see you next time.